Okay, I think I've got sun cream in my eyes. This is not a great start, but I'm not going to complain because look at this view. I don't know if you can see it very well, but the sea is just here. Today, we're in the we're at Dover. We're not in the White Cliffs of Dover. We're at Dover. And we're going to be walking in and around the White Cliffs. I think they're over there. Like I say, I've got sun cream in my eye. This is a bit weird because normally these walking videos are very far and few between, but today we're actually following on from the last walking video that I did with Wadism. So I went to Wadism's, walked with him at Essex, and then now I've drove down to Dover, end of the country, to walk the White Cliffs. Although today we have the addition of sun cream because yesterday me and Wadism messed up quite badly, and yeah, it was quite red, but a bit of after sun, bit of sun cream. Once it's out of my eye, this will be a lot more enjoyable. But yeah, so if you look over here, firstly, I've never been here before, so I'm very excited, but look at the views. That's, I assume, Dover, the actual town. There's a little castle there. I don't really know much about this place. Like, I don't know the history of Dover, I don't know anything about it, so I'm excited to see the White Cliffs. That's obviously the main reason why we're here. So yeah, I'm gonna try and sort out my eyes because the sun cream is not helping. But anyway, yeah, I've got a bit of a route planned. This is like a National Trust car park, so it's very nice. But yeah, I'm just parking up and seeing these views. Kind of crazy, kind of crazy. Okay, I've just left the little cafe that they've got. I washed my hands of the sun cream and then I washed my eyes. I think that'll work. I think it's a little bit of hay fever, a little bit of I've been sat in a car for like 3 hours. That was supposed to be a very quick hour and 40 drive, but going over the Dartford Bridge, because there's a bridge that you have to cross to get to like this part of the country. Well, you can either go into London and back, or you go the bridge and then you have to pay the toll. So it was 9 o'clock next to London, so that would explain it. It's going to be another windy one, so I do apologise for the sound quality of this video. It's more than likely not going to be the best, but right, so we've got two options here, and I do have a bit of a trail that I want to follow. So let's see where we are. Right, so we need to go up here. Cool, because you got all, well, I mean it's quite noisy, but you've got all like the docks down there. Dover docks. It's mental how big ships are, like boats and cruise ships and cargo stuff. How does that float? It makes no sense, but this is such a nice, like, I feel like once we're out of the noise of that, but just the general view of this place. It's just a big long coastal walk, and then there's the like iconic White Cliffs. I've never been to this part of the country. Well, I think my dad said we came down here to go to France when I was younger, but that was about it. So I'm excited. So let's see what the path's like. This walking video is going to be a bit more of a return to normal form for these. Oh wow. This oh okay, this is nice. Look at this. Firstly, I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but how clear the water is. That's a phenomenal view. There's people on the beach. How do you get down to the beach? I didn't know there was a beach, to be honest. That's impressive. That is very impressive. So yeah, normally these walking videos are obviously solo adventures, but I actually really genuinely enjoyed doing that last one with Wadism. It's interesting because the original concept for these live videos and for this channel was to do it with people. I had a mate, and that's where the original idea like spawned from, because we spoke about doing it together, like going on walks and just chatting. But then it just became like too complicated to sort out and figure out timings and stuff like that. So I ended up just doing it solo in the end. And I do enjoy doing it solo, but I feel like it's just quite nice to have like natural conversations with people. It's a bit then less about me like exploring an area like this, and more so almost like a podcast in a way. It's like an old school vlog podcast where we just get to have like natural conversations, and I did really like it. It was very nice. I've had a good weekend actually. It's now Monday. The reason I'm down here is for work, but well, me, What Is It, and Benji had a concert on the Saturday night, so I went to see Linkin Park. And then I was doing a work shoot on Tuesday, which was down here. So I thought, well, there's no point in me driving 3.5 hours back up to then literally a day later drive 3 hours back down. And it actually worked out really well because me and Wadism got to spend the day together, and it was just nice. Like, we never really do stuff like that. Like, as sort of long distance friends like that we've like met on the internet, a lot of the time that we meet is for something, for an event, for Comic-Con, for concerts or whatever. But it was just nice to have a day of chilling and being mates and just talking about life and random stuff. And this is actually stunning. Like, why have I never come down here before? Obviously I know I haven't, because it's 4.5 hours away from home, but I'd like to actually come down here for longer than just a day, like explore, because I want to go to Canterbury. It's a little town nearby. If I've got time, I want to go there today. This path is a little bit sketchy, so I want to see if I can go down there today, but I'll see if I've got the time. This walk was top priority. I just wanted to see the White Cliffs. I don't know much about this area though. Like, I don't know why the cliffs are white. I don't know any facts or anything about the area, which is pretty poor from me, to be fair. And it's a beautiful day for it as well, because I could literally be in another country right now. Like, between the water and the surroundings and everything, and the weather, I think it's like 30 degrees. I'm so happy I got sun cream on today though. I don't know if you can see. We messed up yesterday. You'll probably see like a progression from yesterday to today, where me and it just didn't go well. I just didn't bring sun cream. I always bring it, but this time I forgot for some reason. No, I definitely want to do more of that though, like bringing people on, get people as almost like guests. I think it was a lot of fun. And also, a lot of my friends always like to do stuff like that, but they never do it. I think a lot of people are like that, really. They enjoy it once they're out, enjoy it when like the walking and stuff. Like, if I'd have said to Wad, I'm taking you on an 8-mile walk, he'd been like, no, I'm not doing that. But I just said I will do this, and then he had a good time and he enjoyed it. So it shows that you just need to get out there and do it. This is a nice walk though, because it's all pathed and it's all proper. It makes it a bit more people. Don't get me wrong, there's quite a few people, a bit touristy, but at the same time, you can't complain at a place like this. I suppose because it's all pathed and there's a proper car park and it's all like a proper route, it makes it very accessible, which is why you get a lot of people, but also it's a big attraction, let's be honest. Oh my god, look at that boat taking off, Jesus. How does something that big float? That looks like a pirate ship. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, it actually kind of does. Oh, this is so nice. This is what I needed after a busy weekend of doing stuff. Also, just trips like this. I always find trips like this are really good for my mental. Keep me in check. Keep me like focused on targets and sort of like bring me back to sort of like being happy. Because it's just a break from like the normal and the work and stress of like everyday life. Like, seeing your mates, and then you get to actually talk through stuff. Like, yeah, it's all good and well, like talking on message or over voice chat, but there's nothing like just wandering around with your mate and talking in real life, in person. It's a lot more effective in that way, I think, anyway. This view is not getting old, sorry, but I've got to say it because, like, it's all I'm focusing on. I'm struggling to keep a conversation because this is just lovely. If anybody knows much about this place, please comment. I want to know why it's white. Like, all the cliffs are just, you can see a bit there, if I can point. It also made me realise how much, I know I say it every single time I record, but how much I love this channel. Because, like, the opportunities and possibilities that we've got to, like, do stuff like that with people like Wad and friends, or even other people, like people I don't know. I could start a series where I just go on a walk with a stranger and we talk about life. I probably won't do that because I'm too socially awkward, but I don't know if you've noticed, a few people have walked past and I've carried on recording. Granted, they're tourists, so I don't think they speak much English, which is helping, but it's a start. It's weird because when I was with Wad, I didn't actually care. I went past loads of people and I just carried on holding my camera up high. And yet, if I'm on my own, normally I'm like, oh, gotta put it down. I suppose that's what helps being this far away from home. Because, again, no one really cares. Like, no one cares. It's the realisation. It's beautiful. What a beautiful moment. I'm going to sit down for a sec. I've not even walked that far, but I don't know how far this walk actually is. I think it's like 6k. So it's not too far, which is probably a little bit nicer than yesterday's 7 miles. 7 miles? It was like 7.5 miles, I think. We didn't actually intend for it to be that long, we just went the wrong way. I should have brought my book. I don't have a backpack. I didn't bring one because I was just like too busy packing stuff for my work stuff tomorrow that I didn't bring a backpack. So I don't have a water. I just couldn't bring a book. I messed up there, actually. It'd be so lovely if that wasn't there. If this industrial bit wasn't there. Maybe that's why I need to get going, so that we don't have that. I'm actually going off the path. The path's over there. I'm going on this little sort of dirt track path. It's just a bit more, well, firstly it's close to the edge, but also there's a lot less people on it. And it's just nicer, isn't it? Like, not constantly waiting at every gate for people and stuff like that, so. This is lovely. I imagine you can't hear much because of how windy it is. But it doesn't matter, you don't need to hear me because just look at this that we're about to come across. That's great. I can't believe how clear the sea is. The sea is like crystal clear. My hat's going to blow off. Might have to actually tighten it a little bit. I might go back up to the path actually because I'm a little bit too close to the edge. There's no way you're hearing any of this with how windy it is. But I'm not like afraid of heights. Well, I am afraid. I'm not massively afraid of heights. It makes me feel a bit weird. I'd rather be on the safe path than walking along the edge. I feel like I literally need to have the camera up like this so you can enjoy this view as much as I am, because I am enjoying it. I'm hoping the further we get, the more the sort of tourist people fan out, because they can't make it that far. Because no one's got proper like walking attire on. Not that I have really today, but still. I believe that there's a lighthouse at the end, and that's sort of like the end point, and then you come back, I think. That's what I've gathered off the route so far. But yeah, it's weird. It's just a part of the country I've never been to. Always, like, I've pretty much done every major like point in this country, like at least seen it. Not necessarily like in-depth seen it all, but I've at least visited. Oh, I can see the lighthouse, but I've not like visited it all properly. Not everywhere, but some of like the main points. This is like the one part of this country, like underneath London, that I've just never been to. And now I want to come back already, and I'm still here. How does that make sense? I do think this trip has come at a perfect time for me, because I don't know, not that I've been like struggling recently, but I've just been getting in my own head too much about like views and numbers and like social media stuff. The stupid stuff that I always say doesn't matter and I shouldn't care about. but I do. Like, the last 3 main channel videos have done pretty bad. So YouTube videos get ranked on like 1 to 10, 1 being the best in terms of like views and stuff, 10 being the worst. The last 3 main channel videos have been 9 out of 10, so pretty much the worst every time. And they're getting worse like each time. So I've been panicking and stressing and thinking like, what am I doing? It's all falling off, it's all going wrong, everything's. And then I come away on a thing like this, and like I say, I talk to Wad, I talk to Benji. It just helps. Like, there's no solution to it, but it also doesn't matter. A lot of problems seem a lot deeper than they are, or seem more important than they are. But then I come away and I'm like, actually, my life is so blessed. I really need to start like practicing gratitude again, I think. Like, a while ago, I started every day by writing a to-do list and writing something I was grateful for. And not something just like, oh, I'm grateful for my car, or like really nit grit, like stuff that you wouldn't even think about. I used to put, I was grateful for the fact that I'm physically able enough to go to the gym, or the fact that I have enough money to access a gym, or I even have a gym near me. Like, just, that's a niche example, but I feel like that did really help me, like, sort of ground myself and realise a YouTube video not doing as well as the last one, well, it doesn't matter. That's why I love this walking channel, because the videos don't do that like incredible, but I find so much like joy and passion in actually doing them. Also, when I said about the tourists like fanning out, no one, literally no one. Oh, what a beautiful day. I've got factor 50 on, so I'm not stressed. Yesterday, I think because we were by the sea, there's like a really nice sea breeze, so you sort of don't feel, you're like, it's pretty cool. It's hot, but it's cool. You don't feel yourself sizzling. And then we got back to Wad's flat. We sat down, we watched a couple of YouTube videos and stuff, and then I went to the toilet and I went, oh dear. I want to put like a side-by-side comparison. I mean, I've got a hat on, but oh, ignore the the atrocious hair. But what's the colour difference from yesterday? You'll have to let me know. Okay, now I'm going to put that away, because Jesus Christ, that's bad. Don't ever. Oh, sorry, I've just got an erection from just like, I know that's a bit un-PG for the walking channel, but like, I just love just the shrubs and the colours, and just like, look at this. That is a stunning path. I don't know why my voice just cracked about 3 times, but that is a stunning path. I need to like, get a photograph of that, because that is unreal. Wow, wow, wow. So whenever people say England's just like a shithole, it's dirty, this is what annoys me. Like, is it? Or are you just sitting in your little town and not going and exploring places? This is why this channel's important. It's not important at all, but we need to get out more and more. So I've just gone past it, and I might do it on the way back. Apparently, there's an abandoned old World War II bunker that goes underneath the cliffs and down to the beach. And they do like guided tours through it. Obviously, I wouldn't film any of that, I don't think, but I do want to see that. That sounds quite interesting. And then maybe I'll actually learn a bit of the history that I keep saying about that I know none of. So I think maybe I'll do that, because we have to go all the way to the end and then come back anyway. So we've got to come back this way. So maybe on the way back, if it's still open. If it's not, then I am entirely satisfied with just staring at this all day, to be honest. You're going to get so bored of me saying that this video, Jesus. But it is true. It's very true. I can't lie as well, doing like these videos back to back and having a trip like this has made me realise how incredible it would be if, say, like I managed to make this YouTube thing work and we went to do it full time, and I could just be like, you know what, I'm going to go do 3 days in the lakes. I'm going to go up to Scotland and I'm just going to explore some stuff and film it. This walking channel, like I said yesterday with WOD, although I love the gaming, and I do love it because it allows me to make people laugh, and it's got its place. This is what I feel like I'm truly passionate about, like walking, being outside, slowing down. I know I say it all the time, but like slowing down in life, reading, writing, that more. The stuff that people take the piss out of me for, the stuff that people call me old for and boring. But if I'm boring for liking this, then I'll be boring any day of the week, because I do not care. I was really glad actually that WOD enjoyed yesterday. I always get worried when I drag people along that they'll be like, oh, what are we doing? Why are we outside? Like when Kyle came over last year from Australia, me and all the boys met up, and on the second day they were like, oh, I don't know what to do, and I was like, let's go to Chatsworth House and just have a walk around, and because I just think there's something about like I said earlier, walking with people and talking and having a good time. I said this to my uni mates, so there's a constant feel of like all we can do is to meet up with people is, oh, do you want to go for a drink? Right. And that's all it is. Go to a pub. I want this channel to be a testament to what you can do outside of drinking that's a lot better for you. So we're almost at the lighthouse. Can you see it? Maybe. I could have just flipped the camera around instead of trying to point at it backwards, but if I can extend this walk, I absolutely will. My dream is like, I've watched recently The Salt Path. And if you've not seen it and you don't know what it is, basically this couple lose their home, the husband's diagnosed with like a terminal illness, and they decide, instead of moping around and like worrying what to do and thinking about it too much, they do a walk, which is the Salt Path, which is like, I think you start at, where do you start? Like Devon way, and then you walk all the way down to Cornwall and go all the way around, and you're just on paths like this constantly. And I'd love to do like stuff like that, or coast to coast challenges, or it starts this year with the 3 peaks that we're doing later this year, and then after that I want to do more like niche ones. Imagine as well, because I had this thought, like, imagine if we could take this channel abroad. Like, imagine if we did a walking video in my favourite place in it's not my favourite place in the whole world because I've never been to it, but the place I really want to go to at the minute is it the Dolomites in Italy? If you don't know about them, Google it. Just insane mountain ranges that are just out of this world. There, or Canada, and we could just do like exploration videos of these different places. Chill, walk, talk, and have a good time. Like, that is, as cringy as it sounds, that's my idea of like a perfect life. And along the side I read and write my book. Like I say, I love the game channel, and I don't want this to ever come across as like I'm like it's trying to stray too far away from it and I'm like disrespecting it, but I don't want my life to be sat inside. I love video games, but it does not compare to this, in my opinion. And again, that's not me trying to slander the gaming stuff. It's got me in a position where I can come and do this on a Monday, but I don't ever want to be stuck in one place like that, like stuck to one thing. I don't like. People always say, "You've got too many channels, you do too many things," but it makes me happy, so why would I not? One thing I've never wanted to do is you know how I said about people not looking at me and not bothering as I walked past with the camera? That guy just stared me out. Like, literally, didn't even make it like subtle, just went as you walked past. Anyway, funny. Who cares? I don't know him. I'm not going to see him again. Is there two lighthouses? There's a white one here. And I think there's one further down. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, people always say like, "Oh, stop making channels. You'd be much more successful. You'd be able to do a lot more if you just focused all your energy on the main channel." And then I'd resent it. I'd hate it. I'd get bored of it. How many YouTubers nowadays do we see doing that? Going, "I've lost the passion for it. I've lost that like creative spark." Loads. I see it every other week. There's a new one tweeting about it. I feel like I'll never get that because I've got that many different things that it constantly feels fresh, and that's what I like about this channel. I get to explore and go do stuff. Gets me out of the house, gets me away. And then when I go back to the gaming, I appreciate the gaming more. And I have more time for it. It's not my only thing. So what I'm trying to say is, if you want to go do something, don't feel like you're spreading yourself too thin, just go do it. I'm going off path, I'm going towards the edge. Because I feel like this is going to be quite special. Oh, actually, no, I don't know if I can. That's just made me feel a little bit weird. Let me show you. I can see the docks like getting further and further away. Did there used to be a building there? Like just there? It's like there could have been. So we've made it to the lighthouse, but I want to go to, there's one over there, I don't know if you can see it. The issue is I've got no signal, so I don't know if, like, because there's clearly a bit of a path there. The main path goes up there. I'm not that bothered about seeing the lighthouse. We'll go off path, we'll explore. If I get lost, then I might fall off the cliff, but at least you'll have this video to remember me by and see that my last moments I enjoyed. Now, I'm quite excited as well to actually go into the town later, have a look around. Like I say, I've just never done any of it around here. It looks like, and this is a bit of a stupid comparison, but it looks like a British Venice, because there's like canals through the streets. It's not to the level of Venice, but oh, that's a 10 out of 10 bench. It's hidden, and then your view is just that. Oh, that's a nice bench. What we giving that? I'm giving that. Bear in mind it's secluded. I mean, you've got a lot of distance though, like of nothing, and then that. I'm going to give that a solid 7.5. There's been a lot of good benches on this walk that I have seen, to be honest. So I'm being a little bit strict. Oh, I've got a signal. Let me see if I'm going the right way. I've started using all trails as well. I always say about that footpath one, because you can like draw your own. But this This one's nice as well. I mean, there's a yellow footpath sign. It's still not loading. There's a yellow footpath sign. This is beautiful because I've literally got all day. It's 11 o'clock. I've got all day. I've got no responsibilities, nothing to get back for. So I can just get lost and do whatever and explore and see where the day takes me. This is a strange path it's taken me on. To be honest, I might go back the way we came. Because I feel like this is just going to people's houses. I mean, it's a public footpath, but I feel like it's not leading to anything. I mean, I also want to do that tunnel thing. Oh, is that a cafe? I don't know if the lighthouse is a cafe. If it is, I actually want to go in it as well. Should we see if we can go in it? Oh, you can park here. That's quite good. You can park on the other side if you want. Oh, there is a lot of paths going off. Please tell me I've got a signal. I don't have a signal. This is why you need an old school map. I'll go a little bit down the path. See where this road takes us. And worst case, like I say, I've not walked that far, so it's not as if I've been walking for 4 hours and now knackered. But I mean, this already looks nice as well. I know it's not the sea scenery from before. It's not bird watchers here. See, I feel like I came in through the car park and it's a National Trust and I am a membership. I've got a membership for it because I go to places like this quite often. So Bee's paying for it, and she was like, "That'll be £34, please." And I was like, "No, I've got a membership." She was like, "Oh, I assumed you didn't." I thought, yeah, don't assume just because I'm a young lad. I need to because a lot of people would assume, you know, being a young lad on his own, that he's just coming here for a picture or something. But okay, I'm now on a road. Where does this road take me? It says private property, keep out. I think we go back. Yeah, there's a private property sign. Although this is a proper path that I've just come down from. Now I'll you know what? I'll just take it light today. I did a big walk yesterday. I'll take it light. We'll go back now. Here's a wheel spinning. We'll go back now the way we came. And then I'm going to go into Canterbury. Have a look. Have a little wander, a little mooch around the town. See what we can find. I suppose it makes sense actually that there's a lot of tourists here. Because it's like, if you're coming from France, is this where you come in? Well, the tunnel's here that you can drive through, I think, or it's nearby at least. So makes sense, I guess. Right, let's go explore the lighthouse. This is the life. Okay, ice cream consumed. We have left the lighthouse. Now I'm just walking back. I guess that's the one downside to this walk, is that it's just like a straight line there. You stop at the lighthouse and then you straight line back. But it was a good ice cream, so I can't complain. I just can't get over how peaceful this place is. Like, sure, you might have a little bit of banging from the docks and a little bit of wind and stuff, but it just feels so, I don't know if this is a stupid comment, but it just feels so like clean and open. Like just the ever expanding sea and just the flowers and the shrubs and the white cliffs obviously, but it feels really peaceful. I don't know how but not in a normal way of like, yeah, you can go to a field or a forest and that's peaceful, but this is like something out of a painting. If you're ever If you ever get the opportunity to come to Dover, I don't know what Dover town's like. I don't know if there's much there because it's a lot of like, it's all about the ships and the dock and stuff. So I don't know if there's actually much in the town. As well, I complained about it being a straight line, but there are paths that like stray off there, and there are other stuff. There's other bits. I did look. I finally got a bit of signal. I did look. If we'd have carried on that path, you could go to another bay. I think it's like St Margaret's or something like that. And you can go to a different, like a little beach or a bay, and it might be a little town or something like that. But I do genuinely want to go to the town, which I've now forgotten. Why have I forgotten the name of the town? I've said it like 10 times in this video, and now I've forgotten. Canterbury. I want to actually look around Canterbury, and I want to have a little bit of time there. So if I was walking all day, I'd go and chill at that bay. But that's what you do if like maybe you came down here for like a long weekend or a week on holiday. Come camping down here, you could do a whole extensive walk around the cliffs and then go around all the villages and towns and stuff like that as well. But today we're just getting a glimpse of it, and it's just like all the seagulls as well. I don't know if you can see them very well. This is up there. As far as coasts go, like picturesque coasts, this is high up. I've got to say, there's not many other places that have made me feel like this walking along them. And that wasn't me wiping a tear, that was just the wind and the sun cream and the hay fever is making my eyes slightly water. I don't want you all thinking I'm crying over some white cliffs, but yeah, this is stunning. But yeah, we're on the way back now. I might stop at that cave bit, the World War II tunnel, see what that's about. So if I go in there, I might film a little bit. I won't speak, but I'll just show it. So yeah, see if it's open still. Genuinely think you could do a holiday down there, because I'm looking now and there's like, it'd be a very like nature-based, walkie-based holiday, but there's a Kent down area of natural beauty. Canterbury, you've got here. There's that many places that you could go, but you could genuinely. There's a place called Sandwich. If they don't have a good sandwich shop, then what's the point? The name's a lie at that point. But yeah, I don't know what. There's a bunch of other towns as well and beaches. And worst case, you could go down to. I mean, you could go along to Brighton. How far away is Brighton from here? It's 2 hours. I've never done that, like Brighton, Bournemouth. That just bottom bit of the country. I can't get over how blue the sea is. I think it's because last time I went to like a seaside, it was way up north, but the east coast of the UK, I don't know if it's like because of oil and stuff like that. It wasn't actually too bad up there. You go to places like Skegness and that sort of like Hull, that strip, and it's just brown. Like it's just disgusting. And yet you come here and it looks like one of those picturesque things you see of like Hawaii or something, where it's just blue. You can see the sand underneath. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but I can see it. So trust me, it is there. It is very Cornwall vibes actually here, and you know, Cornwall's a bit of a bastard to get to. You drive, well, it's about 6 hours for me to get to Cornwall, whereas this is 3.5, maybe 4 at a push. If you went for Dartford Bridge, it'd be quite quick, but I do think that bridge kind of messes you up a little bit because it's such a weird system. Obviously, so there's there's the Thames, and I think that like joins onto the Thames, so that you either go over the Dartford Bridge and you have to pay a charge, or you drive into central London and then come back out, and it's an hour and a half detour. I'd rather just pay the £2.50, to be honest. But it's mental that in this day and age you have to pay to drive somewhere. Like, it'd frustrate me so much if I was Wad living in Essex and he's got this an hour and a half away, maybe 2 hours. But you've got to pay a £5 to get over it, for starters, because of that charge. That's outrageous. Right, there is a little bunker thing, and I think it must go down and into, there's a little tunnel, I don't know if you can see it, like there. So perhaps it goes under. That actually might be really cool. I'm actually quite excited, and I'm quite excited to learn a bit about this place. Whoa, there's like a speedboat thing going across. I don't know if I'd love to be on like a cruise boat or not. I was just debating it, like looking at this massive boat. I don't know if I'd like a cruise or not. Also, that is picturesque. That, oh my god, with the boat going down the middle. Those people, there's people there. They've got a 10 out of 10 picnic spot, I must say. Oh, I can't, sorry, if I keep playing with my hat, it just looks like it's constantly on a tilt. I don't know why. It's not, but also praise the Lord for sun cream today. I literally had to, I left Wad's this morning. Shout out to Wad for letting me stay at his house, but you know, I went to Tesco straight away, got some after sun, slapped that on, and got factor 50. Then at the car park I put factor 50 on. Oh. Right, let's see if we can get in this World War tunnel. Back out. That was genuinely very interesting. I didn't film much, but just like stupid amounts of tunnels going really far back, all with like steel barriers all around them, and the stories about them, and these things called sound mirrors they used to listen to, like just concrete circles that they listened to hear if there was like an attack or planes or anything. But it was freezing down there. It went down like 150 steps down into these tunnels, and you got to see all that. You genuinely very, like, I'm not hugely into history stuff, but just seeing that and seeing how the people lived in like World War II and even stuff in World War One as well, and how it's progressed. Now there's been hippies in there, and there's chiselings in the walls of people's names and initials and drawings and noughts and crosses as they waited to go into the bathroom. Genuinely kind of crazy. I didn't realise how rich I'm a bit ignorant to history. I didn't realise how much history there is on these coasts just purely from war. I mean, it makes sense because France is 20 miles away. You could walk to France. I mean, you couldn't because there's an ocean, but it's 20 miles away to France. My phone, I couldn't get any signal, and I got a text saying like, "Welcome to France. You need to update your roaming so that you can like text and stuff." That's crazy. How am I connecting to France? And I can't even get 4G here. But no, like the amount of history and stuff that's on these shorelines, it's crazy. I didn't pay much attention to it, to be honest, until doing that. So very glad that I did that, and it also answered my question about why the cliffs are white. It's because they're chalk. So there we go. Look, I'm learning, and I'm still absolutely stunned by these views. We're on the outside path this time. Now it's about 2 o'clock, so all the main path over there is a little bit busier, so I thought, go on the outside path. But I think that about wraps up my trip. You can actually see France very vaguely. At least I think that's France, unless it's like an island off it. But I can definitely see something out there, unless it's that's not a big boat. That's definitely land. To live that life, look at these guys. They're down here on this little boat. Stunning, absolutely stunning. But anyway, I'm now going to walk back. I'm going to get food, and then I'm going to check out Canterbury as well, because I've never been there. So that has been my little trip to the White Cliffs of Dover. Let me know if you've been here, or if you want to go and you do end up going. Let me know. I'm interested to see what you all think, and I'll see you next time.